like not having to make decisions for myself.
Why?
Because I trust you.
You should make that the opening lyric to the song. How much do you know about his past?
We're still getting to know each other.
You be the eyes and ears. Fuckfaces like this always have a weak spot.
The word family means servant. It is our duty to serve our family.
Boo.
Fuck! Oh my God.
I am absolutely here for Jocelyn. I have to tell you something. You're lying to my fucking face. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Can I make a suggestion? I don't think we should kill his mom.
Yo, what up, people?
Yo, what's going on? We are back.
It's the Clark Brothers back for another edition of The Breakdown.
Break it on down. We're back with The Idol again.
Yeah.
And we're going to do our preview predictions for episode 4 of The Idol. You know, you guys can look back and check out our previous 3 videos where we broke down The Idol episodes 1 and 2 and 3. And we're going to do a prediction now for episode 4. And let everybody know, what's that episode called?
It is called Stars Belong to the World. It airs tomorrow on HBO and HBO Max.
Right.
Check your local listings. Now, if you watch on HBO Max, it's on demand. HBO, it comes on whatever time, 9 o'clock or something p.m. Tomorrow, the 25th. So, with that being said, we're going to go through, as we always do, read the official synopsis and go from there. So, the official synopsis reads, while fighting for upper hand in her relationship with Tedros, Jocelyn becomes determined to introduce her new persona to the world. Later, Jocelyn's team discusses her increasing involvement with Tedros and his inner circle.
Based on the trailer, of episode 4, where it starts off, when the trailer starts off, Tedros standing over, looking down at what he's achieved. He is now fully moved in.
Right. And
he's walking around with the cigar like it's his house.
Yeah.
And walk around the cigar overlooking what she's going on. And you actually hear Destiny ask her, listen, how much do you know about his past? And Jocelyn actually responds, well, we're still getting to know each other.
Right. Still getting to know each other.
And Destiny looks at her like, still getting to know each other. He fully moved in.
It seems to be based on the synopsis and the trailer. I believe Tedros is going to be successful, continue to be successful with his little conquest over Jocelyn, because except for the full relationship part, because it seems like based on the synopsis, she's still pushing back in some areas, but Mike Dean is now going to be in this episode, probably from this episode and next episode, rest of the season. So now we'll enter Mike Dean, the multi-platinum producer, and they'll be up in there, getting it in, putting in work, putting the doing the production. As you can see, it opens up, the trailer opened up with her saying, I trust you. Remember before she said she didn't trust him. Now she's saying, I don't want to make
last
decisions.
thing he was waiting on.
She said, I don't want to make decisions by myself. Why? Because I trust you. He said, well, why don't you make that the opening lyric to the song? And you can see that. And she's working on this song, and Tedros in the back orchestrating everything and bopping his head, and he looks like they're putting down work.
Right. So Mike Dean is there, and You know, Destiny looks like now you have to remember, people have to remember that when Destiny and what's his name,
Haim. Yeah,
Haim. When Destiny and Haim last left you, they said, we love this guy, but what they really were trying to do is just not tip him off to the fact that they were looking into him while this was happening. Now they said, I want 3 hits since you're working with Mike Dean. I really don't think that Haim believes that he's working with Mike Dean, because you have to remember, he's lied. They've already caught him in a couple of lies, from just doing the interrogation. So he said, Mike Dean, of course I know who Mike Dean is. So he said, and if it's Mike Dean, we should have no problem giving 3 hits. So he's probably believing that this guy ain't working with Mike Dean. Yeah. Right. So now when they come back, they want to say, oh, he didn't have the hits. So, Jocelyn, we're going to drop you, whatever. But it seems though, like from the trailer, Destiny walks in and she's starting to look around like, first of all, who are all these people? It looks like she's seeing them drinking, kind of like partying. Yeah. And then she's walking through the house, seeing people with their shirt off, all comfortable. And then she's noticing how they are all, seems like they're listening to him. Yep. So she's looking at it like it's strange. You know what I mean? And now he's even got her buddy. He even got her creative director. He in there with the shit. So it look like he's listening to him too.
He's right in there. They're all in line. It's that one shot from the trailer where they're all kind of standing there looking like, I don't know. It looked like somebody was talking to them, and they had it almost looked like they were all ashamed or
getting scolded. Yeah,
getting scolded. So that might have been the scene where he says family means service, and we all supposed to service our family. When he's yelling at them, that might be that scene. There's other partying scenes in there. Shoot, even Mike Dean showed up with more people when he got out his car. So this is a house full of people. But I think at the end of the day, they're gonna deliver the hits. They're gonna deliver those, those good songs. Because if regardless of the fact she's anxious to show her new persona and sound to the world, I wonder if they're gonna put that out on their own without the label's permission, and people gonna like it. That's what's gonna end up happening.
Right.
It seems like that, but this episode is pretty much going to be, it's going to pretty much kind of give you the journey of Jocelyn finding her new sound with Tedros right there with her. And let's, this once again, this is influences from the Weeknd himself. So many influences I already see in this, not with the controversial stuff, but like, for instance, there are so many times that big pop star female artists, they always have a male collaborator. Janet Jackson, for years, he was in the background, with Alessandro or whatever his name was. He was Renee Alessandro. Yeah, he was a big collaborator when Janet was doing all her sexy sound and all that stuff. He was her significant other, but he was also her male collaborator. You have Alicia Keys before she got with Swiss Beats. That was Kerry Crucial was her male collaborator, and they were in a relationship. Same thing with Pink. Pink doesn't have her boyfriend or husband isn't really. He doesn't really do music or nothing like that, but she has different collaborators as well. Most of the times hers are female now, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that have the male collaborative figures that help them bring their new sound out to the world. So this is what's happening with this.
Yeah. All right. So then he's obviously going to bring Mike Dean in. Now we see as you go further along the trailer, it seems that there's a part where it seems as though he, as we were saying, they look like they're getting scolded. Then there's a part where he seems as though now that he goes them in behind the creative director, and he kind of pushes them down You know,
he says boo. I think what he's
yeah.
doing there is, I think he's doing coke. I think this guy done got hooked on coke because
Right.
he's looking down. There's a shot of him looking down. He looks messed up in the eyes too. His eyes look all
Right.
baggy. I think this guy is getting ready to sniff some coke.
You know,
And
coke.
Tedros goes boo, and he's like, oh, and he falls down on the bed,
Right.
and he's like
And
jokes
then,
with him.
yeah, and then you see him say something, and then this guy like let off a smile. So Tedros probably putting one of those laws of power into action, where he probably told him, you know, something along the lines of, you know, to make him feel good about his creativity and his importance. So, and this guy's probably like, you know, nobody ever said anything to me like that, or no one just like that. And that's a part of you know, being a cult leader.
Yeah.
You know, you make them feel like, oh, it's because whatever everything he does is you know, to inspire us. So he's gonna obviously say something to him about that. Now, after
that would be number 27 of the 48 laws of power. Play on people's needs to believe to create a cult-like following.
Right. After that, the next scene is the manager. He's slamming something down. So he's probably mad. He's probably like, man, you know, he's seeing what's going on in the house. And now he definitely knows that things are getting out of control because whatever they're doing is working. Right. So she may have told him something along the lines of, what do I need you guys for? Because you guys didn't believe in me. I believe at some point she's going to say that to Destiny, Haim, or both.
Yeah.
And say something like, what do I need you guys for? Because you guys aren't even, you know, being inspired. You don't believe in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I believe is going to happen. You also see, I believe this is the episode where you're going to see Leah. She seems like she's out. Looks like she's watching Isaac work out or something like that, and she looks like she's getting all smitten. So it seems like she's starting to fall for Isaac.
Yeah.
She's starting to fall for Isaac, and that's exactly what they wanted him to do anyway. But at the same time, Jocelyn, she might, I don't know, falling for him. She's falling for Tedros, but she might have like a little crush, or maybe she just likes his physical appearance or whatever.
Right.
His creativity with Isaac as well.
Yeah.
Now,
I think Jocelyn, like we mentioned before, I think Jocelyn is just in love with the freedom. She really admires the creative freedom that all of them have. You see Chloe, when they first met her, what is the first thing she do? Take off her clothes and jump in the pool. And then next you know, she's playing the piano. You know what I mean? It's just like, what? You know, so it's like they got this all, and that's all from Tedros. You know, they got this new, you know, they got this creative freedom about themselves where they don't have, and you got Ramsey in there too, twirling and dancing around and not giving a care. And, you know, you got all these people that hang around Tedros as part of this quote unquote family that don't have a care in the world, but, you know, feel like they can do whatever. And the funny thing is, she's the one that's successful. None of them are successful, but they act like they are. You know, they kind of, you would think that these guys might be successful, you know, because of the way they act. So, I mean, that's also, you know, Tedros, that comes straight from him. Another law of power, number 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that he implements, and it kind of infectious towards everyone. So they all feel, you would look at these guys the way they walk around like they the ish, you know, like they're successful. They don't have that care. So, you know, that I believe that is going to be a big part of these next couple episodes. You like Haim banging on the desk. That's definitely him being upset that he was, you know, he probably thought this guy didn't know Mike Dean.
Or he wasn't, or he wasn't. I mean, or he wasn't going to deliver, and probably the way Jocelyn's acting and the whole thing, he really, along with the control, he also felt as though he had his control over Jocelyn because, I'm paying the mortgage. As long as I'm paying the mortgage, she pretty much got to listen to what he says. Now this guy that moved in, who knows? Maybe this guy's going to be like, you know what? You don't have to pay the mortgage anymore, or something like that. God only knows what he said, or the money that they bring in from the song or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Then there's a scene where Diane looks like she has tears in her eyes. Diane, of course, is Jenny Kim, and she's talking to someone. I'm going to assume it's Jocelyn.
Yeah.
And she says, I have to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it must be Jocelyn because that's the one she's close to.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the one she cares about. So I'm going to assume it's Jocelyn. And because the next scene after that in the trailer, she smacks Tedros.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "You lied to my face," and she smacks Tedros. Right. And
you see her crying. Lily Rose dropping that famous one tear coming down her eye. And and with her, you lied to my face. She smacks him. There's a whole bunch of other quick shots of them. It looks like them, I guess, having sex. It's probably them. And then
probably after he weasels his way out of this one, he'll probably have sex with her. Once again, controlling her with sex,
and trauma,
and controlling other ones with fear,
and the other ones with fear.
And then there is a scene where I don't know whether she got into a tussle, but Destiny comes to the guy. She looks disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
Where she comes to the manager, him at the end, and she's like, I think we got to kill him. So I don't know whether Destiny got into some sort of tussle with somebody or something because her hair looks a mess. I don't think they live together. So it's not like she coming to him in the middle of the night. But she came into his office and said, I think we're going to have to kill him because and that was like towards the end of the trailer. But
it's very possible that she could, because she definitely walks in the house. The way she's looking around and stuff, she might be, she might start flipping on people like, yo, y'all gotta go, or she might do something like that because they just have.
She might say, no, you gotta go, no, you leave.
Right.
And who knows? They might have security toss her out or something. After all she did for, and she's not going to say anything because whatever this guy decides to do, she's not going to go.
For her to come up with that conclusion, something had to happen. Yeah, something had to happen to make her say, you know what, we're gonna have to kill this dude because he's taking over everything, and there's no way no one's gonna not listen to him. This girl, and like I said before, like we said last week, if they approached him in an aggressive way, it's going to turn her away. That's what's going to happen. So they're going to have to try to set an accident up for his Ross, or so have him.
You guys are just jealous because what he did, you didn't think he can do it, and now that he did, all this is because of Tedros. I can hear her saying that.
Yeah,
all of this success that you guys are getting is because of him.
Yeah.
And he might make us say, you know what? We're leaving, that we're gonna put this out independent.
Yeah.
Or something along
because
those lines.
Because they're saying her new persona and her new sound. So she may change her whole image.
But she's under contract. I don't think she can
do it
unless they drop her. That's the only thing.
Unless they drop her. But what I think is what they might do, whether she can or not, they may throw something out there, see if it sticks, and if the audience likes it, the label ain't gonna push back because they just want to make money. So if they see the audience likes it, that might be that might be leading to them saying, okay, let's just see what she can do on her own. We'll see. But I think that'll probably be determined in the next episode. But I think in this episode is more of her journey to her new sound, and at the same time, the rise of Tedros, in the house and in the organization, period, and the fight between him and her other team, her previous cult and her current cult.
I believe this episode, for the most part, probably all the way to the end, is probably going to be a very good episode for Tedros. He's going to probably have his best episode, wherein everything he's going to be seeming though he's going to be doing a touch is going to be turning the goal. He's got Mike Dean over there. He's over there drinking with him, partying and what have you. He definitely now has her creative director. He's probably full-fledged Team Tedros now.
Yeah, he's a full-fledged, because I'm telling you, that dude is hooked on drugs, and it won't be surprised if they try to get Leah too, because they've already had her do coke. So, but this dude here, that quick shot right before Tedros goes boo, and he's like, "Oh, that's why he's so nervous, because he over there about to sniff some coke. That's what he's about to do," and he got caught. So, and Tedros probably say, "Don't worry, I won't tell nobody, or I'll get you some more. I told you my stuff ain't laced. Yeah, I don't judge you." Right, exactly. So he's gonna say all the right things, of course, using those laws of power, saying all the right things to the people. The only one that he's gonna have trouble winning over is Leah, and he's got Isaac for that. He's got Isaac taking care of her, keeping her, at bay. So he's, Isaac is doing his job on that. So final predictions. I agree with you. I think this is going to be one of the more exciting episodes. It's going to move fast. I believe they're going to time jump a little bit, going to move after Mike Dean comes in. They'll probably move some time up, and show them, the progress that they're making after their creative process. They're going to show the creative process. They're going to show the progress that it's making. By the end of the episode, Tedros is going to be on top of the world, I believe, and everyone, that's what we know. She's going to say, we got to kill this guy before he completely takes over everything, and there's no coming back.
Right. And I believe that's going to be the end of the episode. I think she's going to come to the final realization of the only way we're going to get rid of this guy is we're going to have to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he has total control over her, and now he's brought all these people in the house, and it's like a cult that's taking over the house. He's moved his cult into her house, because that's like his house now.
It is basically his house now. Now, quick note that the only new cast that is listed, at least via IMDb, we know Mike Dean will be in this episode. Caitlin Shield as Amy. Not sure who that character is. Elizabeth Berkley is listed in here, and Anne Heche. We got to remember, R.I.P. to her. Anne Heche. Yeah. This is listed as her final work. So now we don't know what they decided. The executives decided. Did they decide to remove her from the show, depending on what her character was? Especially with the show tied to so much negativity. Did they remove her from the show, or did they keep her in as a tribute to her? So, either way, rest in peace to Anne Heche. It's tragic. We know what happened to her, and this being her final work. If it is, I'd like them to leave it in, depending on what her role was. I'd like that to be in there as a little homage, and hopefully they dedicate the show to her at the end. If they don't, bad job, HBO.
Well, and also, before we close, also this episode looks like Diane will be introduced to the label. So she's gonna go in. Nikki's gonna bring her into the label. She's gonna be introduced as she's doing the song Sinful, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, the
But
World Class Center.
World Class Center, she's gonna be doing. But my thing is, isn't World Class Center already out there?
No, they didn't put it out. I don't
Yeah,
think yet.
because I thought he said something about the only one that's can sell any records is World Class Center.
But he probably feels that's the only one that could sell tickets. But I don't think it's out there yet because well, it could be. Maybe it is. But why would they scrap the video if it's out there? You know what I'm saying? It looks like
the video's not out yet. They're working on the music video.
Well, they scrapped it with her. They didn't bring her back. And then
I wonder how Nicki's gonna do that. I wonder.
Well, you saw from the previews, she was definitely doing the same choreography, the same background, and everything. It looked like she just replaced Jocelyn, you know. And we don't know what she was singing yet, but we do know when she was auditioning for Nicki, she was singing World Class Center to her.
Yeah, we have. I guess after that, I have to go back and see whether he said the only song that's selling any tickets as well, or the only song that can sell any tickets, because they don't have a video for it yet. And the way music used to be is you have the song out, and then your music video, you work on your music video, and then your music video drops usually. But we're gonna see how that is, because it's gonna be interesting to see how she's going to spend that if everybody's expecting Jocelyn to be singing World Class Center, and then she shows up with Diane and Diane starts singing. So it's going to be interesting to see, but she will get introduced to the label this week, and I believe I predict that the person she's talking to with tears in eyes is Jocelyn, because she's going to feel bad about doing that to Jocelyn. And now on top of that, she's probably seen that Tedros has moved on. And she's probably seen, like, you know what? I'm no longer in the plans. He's over there and her house, and he's making her, because remember, she said that to him. She said, yeah, but you made music with her. Right. That's all that. That's what she was concerned with. Right. He seemed more concerned with that than the sex part, because she just asked if she was a better lay than her, but that was just one thing. But then she said, yeah, but you made music with her. That seemed like more of her concern. Yeah. And that's probably because he's probably supposed to be making, and he said, oh, that's only because she asked me to. Yeah. No, she said, so this is a setup. I thought you just said just to bring her there, because it'd be good for the club. Yeah. So now he sees something else. We'll probably find out how deep his relationship with Diane is too. Because if she's gonna confess everything probably to Jocelyn, she might even tell him, with the label. I don't even know if there's two different things she can confess. She can confess about the label. She can confess about bringing her to the club was planned. And she knows Tedros. Right. That's probably what she's gonna say. That's probably what she's gonna tell. She probably won't even mention the label stuff. But bringing you there was planned. Tedros had me bring you there. Blah blah blah. And she's obviously got to tell her that she knows him. Yeah, she's gonna tell her that she knows him. So and then that's probably why she smacks him, like, oh, so this is all a setup. But then of course he's going to say, oh, there's another. Hey, maybe that was set fake. But all of this isn't, and I wanted to meet you. He'll weasel his way out of it. And then she'll weasel his way out of it and start having sex with her, and then she'll forget all about it. So anyway, that's what our predictions are for episode 4 coming up. Make sure y'all comment and leave in the comments, what do you think your predictions for episode 4, Stars Belong to the World. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with your friends. Make sure y'all come back and let us know what you think about this episode as well. We'll be doing our episode 4 recap. Will drop after the next episode. All right. That's it. Forward to it. We look forward to it. Thank y'all for tuning in. We thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all come back next time. This is the Clark Brothers, and you're listening to The Breakdown. Peace. Peace.